working. We'd like to welcome you to the Fall 2022 graduation ceremonies for Dallas Institute of Funeral Service. Please remain standing for just a moment. Please join me in a posture of self-reflection, appreciation, and respect of those around you. Achievement comes through discipline, perseverance, and sacrifice. In this moment, take the time to remember those who assisted you during this journey that has brought you to this day. Friends, family, employers, instructors, and for many divine instances. Make a commitment to say thank you to those individuals. As you receive the public recognition that you deserve, they are walking with you. You may receive the degree, they deserve the applause. Hold to standards that are always right, always ethical, always compassionate. Grow in knowledge, grow in wisdom, grow in proficiency of your craft. May the graduates of Dallas Institute of Funeral Service make a positive impact on the families and communities that they are privileged to serve. You may be seated.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dominic DiLorenzo. I'm the president of the Dallas Institute of Funeral Service. And again, welcome to the Fall 2022 graduation ceremony. I want to introduce a few folks before we get into the most important part, which is conferring of the degrees. First, I want to introduce our guest speaker, Ms. Pamela Prater, and I'll be going into a little more detail about her background. Hopefully, I'll do her justice about all of her accomplishments. The academic dean and program director is Mr. Aaron Wilson to my left. And then we have the Director of Curriculum Development and Assessment, that's Mr. Brian Mullins. And of course, we have Instructor Travis Newman also to my left. And then on the piano, we have Dominic Holsom, who's our clinical coordinator. And seated to our right, there's the rest of the faculty and staff are out here. I'm not going to ask them to stand, but I do want to just recognize them. We have David Huesler and Veronica Welling and Jasmine Washington. They're our full-time ground instructors. We have Geraldine Gaines and Michelle Phillips, they're our academic advisors. We have Brandy Harris, our student service coordinator. Astria Marbury, who is our financial aid supervisor, and Shertrell Black, who's our financial aid advisor. And then we have Shanika Lewis and Nora Leonard, they're our accounting clerk. We have Trudy Jackson, who is our registrar. We have Jan Perkins, who's the admissions director. And then we have Justin Carpenter, Jordan Page, and Hallie Hughes. They're our admissions advisors. And kind of the glue, and not just the newest one, but the glue that holds us together is Miss Denise Phillips. She's our administrative assistant, so she kind of keeps us all in line. Now, let me just give you, if I could, just a little bit of background on our guest speaker, Ms. Prater. Like I said, I'm going to try to do it justice. I probably won't, but just kind of forgive me on that one. Ms. Pamela Singer is a licensed funeral director and embalmer in the state of Texas. She's been serving on the surrounding communities for 26 years, with the last 7 years serving as the funeral. And by the way, you can never guess that. By the way, she looks so much younger. She's last 7 years serving as a funeral director and manager between Laurel Land Funeral Home and Memorial Park and Singing Hills Funeral Home in Dallas, Texas. She attended high school in Greenville, Mississippi, and later went on to study at Mississippi State University as a biology major. After feeling called, which we're very fortunate, she was called to Dallas, Texas, to attend the Dallas Institute of Funeral Service. So while attending mortuary school, she started her apprenticeship and received her funeral director and embalmer's license at Morris-based Mortuary. Since 1999, Ms. Prater has worked for a number of funeral service providers in the Dallas area, including SCI, Wrestling Funeral Homes, just to name a few. She became the first African-American woman to serve as a funeral home manager at Laurel Land Funeral Home and received the Manager of the Year Award for 2014, Manager of the Year Award for 2015 with SCI for outstanding service, dedication, and commitment. She's a member of the Funeral Directors and Morticians Association, Independent Funeral Directors of Texas, Community Volunteer, and the Oak Cliff Chamber of Commerce, and a member of the Calvary Temple Community Church. Finally, in April 2021, she started her own business, Legacy and Celebration, a concierge service, which makes planning for family members a seamless process and takes relieves a lot of stress for loved ones when they are making the arrangements for their loved ones. Pamela believes, and this is her motto, which is always a good one to follow, believes that God comes first, family second, career third, is the balance and the success of your life. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Prager.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you to President Dominic, Dean Wilson, and the staff of Dallas Institute of Veteran Service. It is my honor and a great honor to deliver the commencement address on today to this outstanding class of graduates. I'm excited for each and every one of you because I know what it took, what it takes, and what it will continue to take to be the best funeral director, embalmer, funeral professional that you strive to be. So do me a favor and give yourselves a round of applause. It gives me, along with my colleagues and other professionals here in the sanctuary, a world of hope to see you sitting in those seats. When I was asked to speak, I said to Dean Wilson, now you know that I'm a little different and I bring different energy, right? Her reply to me was, well, that's good because we need different, which reminded me that is why this industry is made up of different religions, personalities, races, genders, talents, etc. And it takes us all to represent what we do on a daily basis. I pondered for days and asked God to let the meditations of my heart and the words of my mouth be acceptable in His sight to help encourage and enlighten you on today. And that is my prayer. I also decided to be transparent, as the young folks would say, and keep it real. So can I keep it real? Can I keep it real? Okay. I need to see Towson's doing this. So today the topic that I will speak to you about is keeping your torch burning. Definition of a torch: something such as tradition, wisdom, or knowledge likened to a torch as giving light or guidance. A torch always casts its rays on the lives of men and women to benefit and better them. As read in my bio, I am a graduate of DIPS. So I can remember the day of my graduation. As I sat where you are sitting, many thoughts began to race through my mind. First thought, I was like, thank you, Jesus, I made it to the finish line. And guess what? I don't have to see my instructors' faces anymore. Well, at least for a while. I'm so glad that I'm done with all of those works and exams. Then I began thinking, where am I going to get a job? Who is going to hire me with no experience? Then I thought also, Lord, I don't have a lot of money. I know that I'm going to need better suits, shoes, dresses, and then wait. I don't know the first thing about working in a funeral home. The last thing I thought to myself is, I gotta make this work. I'm all the way here in Texas from Mississippi. My mom and dad have spent their hard-earned money. I'm the first and only funeral director and embalmer in my family. And they think I'm weird and crazy for doing this anyway. So I had to convince them, right? I just said to myself, I'll just leave, just wait and see what happens. But I can tell you that at the end of the day, everything that I thought and worried about took care of itself over time. Notice I said over time. So to define over time, when I attended DIFS, I was young, in my 20s. I was very vibrant, just as I am today. I was vocal, just as I am today. I was brutally honest, but that was something that I had to scale back on. But I'm still brutally honest today. And I'm sure that I contributed to Mr. Calendar's, Mr. Shoemake's, the other instructors, some of my classmates, to their gray hairs. I drove them crazy. I drove them crazy. So who you see standing before you today is a blessed, transformed, professional funeral director and a mom for 28 years. I contribute my growth to DIFS. The mentors like Frankie Washington of Paradise Funeral Home, Manuel Pruitt of Blacken Funeral Home here in Dallas, Texas, Bessie Tyson, Jimmy Hudson, which were women in the business at that time, that took me under their wing and gave me a job as an apprentice. Now keep in mind, I interviewed twice. I wasn't hired on the spot. So I began working as a manager at the toy store, KB Toys. I was a manager there. I worked at John Peter Smith Hospital, graveyard shift. So I kept myself busy, but I knew at some point the door will open for God to place me in a funeral home so that I can continue to do the purpose that He has called upon my life. So all of those mentors that I listed and others, the greats, Walter Wilson's, Gregory W. Spencer, people that have gone on before us, they saw something in little old me, and they shaped, they molded me, and they taught me what they knew about human service, which is something and a trait that I continue to carry with me today. Was it easy? No. Was it always fun? No. Was I asked to do responsibilities and things that I didn't like, that I didn't care for? Yes. So here I am, fresh out of mortuary college, no experience, as I stated, not knowing that once I started working in a funeral home, that I would be asked to do things like, very first thing in the mornings, go outside, walk around the building, pick up all the trash, the parking lot, washing cars, cleaning the entire funeral home, running flowers to the cemetery in a skirt, heels, in the rain, sleet, and sometimes the snow. Working long hours, holidays, leaving my family to care for other families. So it's not an 8 to 5, it's not a 9 to 5, it's a 365-day job, depending on your position. Later in my career, as mentioned, I was afforded the opportunity to work for Stewart Enterprises, which was at Westland, where I got a chance to utilize what I had been taught in mortuary college, which was the different types of religions, how to deal with the different types of ministers, rabbis, just the different types of religions all across the world. So from Westland, I was again afforded the opportunity to land a job working for the largest funeral provider, which is SCI, Service Corporation International. I worked for them for 20 years. As of last year in April, I departed that relationship, and I have been on my own now for a little bit over a year. Again, I was afforded the opportunity to manage multiple locations, to serve all demographics, races, and religions. I was successful because I listened. I had great leaders, great tools, great colleagues that helped me evolve into greatness. Was it always peaches and cream? Nope. There were times I wanted to just flat out quit. I wanted to try my hand at something different. I was overwhelmed. I thought it was just too much to be dealing with for less pay. I wasn't making a lot of money. But you get through it only if you keep your torch burning from the inside. I will give you some ways to keep your torch burning in the conclusion of my speech. Now, I realize times are different, they have changed, and will continue to change. But some things remain the same. Service, the action of helping or doing work for someone. Servant, to help meet the needs of other people, and to remember that it is not about money or reward. A lot of people, for some strange reason, think that we, field directors and professionals, are rich. I found out quickly, it's not about the money. The greatest feeling is when a family shows you so much gratitude. It may be a simple, sincere, genuine hug, a handwritten card, or even when they remember you on special occasions or holidays. Or they may stop by the funeral home to bring food, because funeral directors, we like to eat. I'm just saying, we like to eat. Your blessings will come in many other forms. Things to keep your torch burning. Put families first. Remember, they are experiencing a loss. Their lives have changed instantly, and they are depending on you to create a seamless, comforting experience at a difficult time. Respect yourself at all times. Your appearance should always be stellar. Professional attire is a requirement. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. Respect one another. Respect the elders in this business, even when you think it doesn't make sense. Yes, some of them can be stuck in their own ways, but keep in mind, that's how, what, and the way that they learn. Therefore, that's what they will pass to you. Besides, I call that wise counsel. Integrity. Always do the right thing when no one else is watching or looking. Because trust me, someone is always watching and looking. Be open-minded to other people's thoughts and opinions. Remember, sometimes you will not always be received, or your thoughts will not always be used. But don't take offense. Don't take it personal. And never think that you are too good to do what is asked of you. Be open to constructive criticism. Not one person knows everything. Old, young, old. Nobody knows everything. Confidence can take time to build. In doing something new that you've never done before, but be willing to make the necessary adjustments. Be a good listener and be slow to speak. Patience is a virtue. When you make mistakes, don't give up. Keep going and learn from them, because you will make mistakes. Remember to walk in your purpose. If you don't know something, don't be prideful. Ask someone that knows. Practice makes perfect. Role play with someone that you trust and that's going to tell you the truth about your strengths and your weaknesses. That's the only way you get there. Find the balance in your life. It's easy to get consumed and burned out. Take time for yourself, self-care. If you feel discouraged, reach out to someone. Keep a positive support system. You'll need it. Get connected with the community that you may serve in. Become members of the Chamber of Commerce. Become members and be active in some of the funeral organizations. build enduring relationships with the clergy, political officials, vendors, schools, and of course, families that you serve. Become a volunteer. Volunteer your time and your service. So, I want to give you all some fun facts now. A funeral director's fact: funeral directors must carry themselves in a more dignified and solemn demeanor than most because they never know when they might be approached. However, most people don't know that secretly funeral professionals have a great sense of humor. While it may be necessary to maintain complete composure in public eye, most directors do let loose and have fun. I might see some of y'all at the bar. When in the right setting, though, dealing with death on a constant basis is an important reminder that life is too short not to stop and appreciate the humor when you can. Put the fun in funeral. Fun facts. This is just some stuff I learned by trial and error. Always keep a casket key in your pocket or close by. Always keep peanuts, cookies, crackers in your pocket because you won't always get a chance to take a lunch break. You won't always get a chance to eat. Always keep a pair of comfortable shoes, which I need to put on now because these heels are killing me. Keep a pair of comfortable shoes. So you'll have a multitude of black shoes, by the way, and black suits. But service shoes, cemetery shoes. Be nice to that one mean head usher at the church. You get more honey, no, you get more bees with honey. Always keep breath mints in your pockets. Extra toothbrush, toothpaste at the funeral home. Pack a lunch, you'll save more money. When driving families and limousines, ask their preferred music. You will be surprised sometimes at what you will hear. When you don't know the words to a group song in a congregation, and you're asked to join in, just sing watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. Looks like you know all the lyrics. Hug all the sweet little old ladies. They will remember you later. Wink. That's a wink. In closing, I think it's important to leave a small gesture of continued motivation. I took the liberty to get you all a little something. And I hope that it would aid as a simple reminder. Stress balls. So make sure you get a stress ball before you leave today. And they read, make it happen. Don't give up. Yes, I can do it. Be calm, be quiet, be kind. Strong, smart, and fearless. Last one, take a deep breath. When you want to throw in the towel, remember the oath that you took. And remind yourself that you are a torch that must keep burning, no matter what you face and go through. And what's in you passes to the next torch. Thank you for lending your ears to me today. I hope that your torches burn forever with a heart of compassion for the funeral business. Go forth and be great.
So we would like to present Ms. Prater with an award for distinguished service rendered in the advancement of mortuary education in the funeral service profession, and upon recommendation of the faculty, we hereby award this certificate.
Mr. Hughes. Dante.
Good morning. The candidates for graduation have been on a long journey that has brought us all to this day. Every student here has put in immeasurable hours of learning, of study, of preparation, and even quite a few tears. We stop today and take this time to acknowledge the fact that they have completed this particular journey and now begin another. As the graduates are announced today, we will be recognizing several honors. For some, scholastic achievement, meaning that they maintained an overall 3.5 grade point average for the entire program, with no individual course grade less than a C. One of the most difficult awards to obtain will also be announced, the award for exemplary attendance. As the graduates walk across, you will note that those receiving the Academic Achievement Award are wearing gold cords. The Exemplary Attendance Award recipients will have white cords, and all members of the fraternity will be wearing gold and purple cords. Last but certainly not least, those with red, white, and blue cords are veterans of the United States Armed Forces.
I have the honor to present and recommend the graduates of Dallas Institute of Funeral Services Associate of Applied Science degree in Funeral Service and Funeral Director program. Graduates, will you please stand? President DiLorenzo, I present these candidates for the Funeral Director Diploma or the Associate of Applied Science in Funeral Service degree.
Acting on the recommendation of the faculty concerned and by virtue of the authority vested in me by Pierce Mortuary College Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you, each of you, diploma or degree earned with all of its rights, honors, and responsibilities. Congratulations, graduates. You can be seated now.
These graduates are from June 2022, Associate of Applied Science, Candace Baker. Daisy Bispo, Patricia Heddle, Gloria Olin, Latanya McGee, Kylie White, Peyton Young. These next candidates are for the Funeral Director Certificate Program. Jerry McCurdy, Judinia Wilson, the These next candidates are completed their program in September of 2022. The Associate of Applied Science degree, Bailey Alger, Crystal Anderson, Rachel Beck, Emily Boki, Kristen Bourgeois, Christian Brunick, Luke Foreman, Lacey Harvey, Linda Hernandez, Keith Lindley, Tiffany Lyons, Marte Neal, Laura Piepenbrock, Joe Romero, Cassie Salcido, Laura Sandefur, Louis Schiavone, Zachary Smith, Jaden Volsky, George Welch, and April Williams. These next students are candidates for the Funeral Director Certificate Program that they completed in September 2022. Jacob Brown, Courtney Waltons,
All right, a couple things I want to say before we wrap it up and actually recognize some folks on their outstanding academic achievements. I do want to say, I want to echo some things that Ms. Prager said. I think the importance of the ethics, and she made an emphasis, maybe not so much in specific words, so I'll be a little more specific, but she made some great points. And this is not about us, it's about who we serve. In the celebration of life, it's not a celebration of death, we serve the living. And it's always to be remembered when we're dealing with family members, we're dealing with them at such a stressful time. So the service that you're providing is immeasurable. And while it might not always be recognized by when you do provide that service, just remember that. Keep that always in the back of your mind as a professional. That will always go rewarded. So the next recognition I want to do is about outstanding academic ability and application to studies with the second highest honors as salutatorian. And I understand this person's not here, but we still want to recognize him, Louise Chabon. Did I say it correctly? Hopefully I said it correctly. I apologize if not. Who will receive the Mid-America Funeral Services, who would like to congratulate Louis on being the salutatorian recipient for the fall 2021 graduating class at Dallas Institute of Funeral Services. On behalf of Pierce Mortuary Colleges in Mid-America, I'd like to extend a scholarship for the Bachelor of Science in Funeral Service Management in the amount of $1,000. The next in recognition of outstanding academic ability and application to studies, and it's the highest academic honors as valedictorian is Kylie White. And in Mid-America Funeral Service, we'll also like to congratulate her on being the valedictorian award and the recipient of the graduating class for the Dallas Institute of Funeral Service. So likewise, on behalf of Pierce Mortuary College and Mid-America, she will be extended a scholarship for the Bachelor of Science program in the award of amount of $2,500. Okay, now the next award is really the highest overall honors, not considering academics, that's the Pierce Award. And this award goes to the person who selected this highest honor as a representative of the funeral service on the basis of personal neatness, integrity, dedication to funeral service, a high degree of student fellowship, ambition, and desire to succeed, and special all-around attitude. I'd like to qualify this recipient as an outstanding professional in the funeral service. I'd like to have Brian Roloff, as a former recipient of this award, step forward and say a few words.
Mr. Bill Pierce was born in Carbondale, Illinois, in 1909. In the 1930s, he graduated the St. Louis School of Embalming in St. Louis, Missouri, and began to work for the Royal Bond Chemical Company. In that same decade, he and his wife Gladys moved to Dallas, Texas, and he began producing his own embalming chemicals. He personally put them in his car and transported them to those who needed them in the region. As the enterprise grew, he purchased Armstrong Chemical Company, Naturo Company, and the Eureka Company. Finally purchasing the company he worked for 60 years prior, the Royal Bond Chemical Company, in 1990. He was a great believer in education. The Pierce College system managed several mortuary colleges during his tenure. Dallas Institute of Funeral Service and sister schools Upton Jones and Mid-America in Atlanta and in Indiana are still shining symbols of his dedication to the development of qualified individuals to the funeral service. His favorite quote, "Lots of friends and plenty of luck and the good fortune of being born in America. That's enough career for me." For the class, the winner of the Bill Pierce Award is Luke Foreman.
The graduating class will now rise to receive the funeral service oath. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly state, by that which I hold most sacred, that I shall be loyal to the funeral service profession and just and generous to its members, that I shall lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor, that I shall not let the constant relationship and familiarity with death give me cause to yield to carelessness or to violate my obligation to society or to the dignity of my profession, that I shall abstain from every voluntary act of misconduct and corruption, that I shall obey the civil laws, that I shall not divulge professional confidences, and that I shall be faithful to those who have placed their trust in me. While I continue to keep this oath unviolated, may it be granted to me to enjoy honor in my life and in my profession. And may I be respected for all times. Graduates, you may now turn your tassels.
Congratulations. Now, please remain standing. I'm going to ask for any past Dallas Institute Funeral Service graduates to please stand. And also, if we have anybody that's in the audience that is serving the funeral industry, if you would please stand. I want to thank you for all that you do. Thank you very much. Cody Walker, would you go up and do the benediction, please?
If you're able, if you would all please stand. And if you'll bow with me. Almighty God, thank you for bringing us all together here today. Thank you for this amazing group of graduates, and also for those who are not here with us, but worked so hard, so diligently to accomplish this milestone. God, please help them, all the graduates, to maintain grace, confidence, perseverance in the many difficult days and nights to come. Please also be with their families as they're caring for other families in their most difficult and greatest time of need. May they always strive toward excellence in every endeavor they undertake. May they find strength in the excellence of their academic preparation and tireless effort. God, please bless their lives with goodness and success, and enable them to stay true to their dreams, to discern what is right, good, and just, and to always use their gifts wisely in service to others. God, thank you again for these graduates and giving them the strength and the ability to complete this difficult program. Please be with them in all the days going forward, all the difficult days and the difficult nights. Please be with us all as we depart here today. Amen.
Thank you.